Marago bengia mwanchu mulire begeteseni kya Ndizi TV Chinsa ni Ikomi chabana magoroba nenga kinanengo kwaregania semesa ya mayanku manye asenchira yobwenge litukolya lero muraibwense Dr. William Ruto otalire okosokolire taro yae weika sensemo ya South Sea imemo cho Nairobi abo asate birenga obekire chibe sensemo cho chagokonya ekyombe kya Red Cross ekikagendreta okole mirime ya asense ya Kenya abo asate biro mwaka bw'ekiribibere 2023 mwaka bw'ekiribibere 2024 ase omwaka bw'ekibesa nigabekire nsemo chishilingi chimilioni 100 ase kigancha kya Red Cross eliokokonyeka asokurwa bokorali ase ense ya Kenya ayo mananda mange umwancho muligerelia asenchira yobwenge kulenda sibali mogotobwate wetera senchira yemitandao Ndizi TV News Digital na wego Ndizi TV News asensemo ya YouTube na ende na bogo tweet @Ndizi TV News kwere nanda segeke kekerebosyo egana komanya yo mananda mange asenchira yobwenge. Ncheni gonkoro kwa sara Nyarangi Ontita no leto kubwaterana komo kurwa sensemo yebimanyerero nigakoro kwa Joshua Auta ekero toko ya chaka korwa se county ya Kisii abo sensemo yabamenyi basangire birengereri byabo ao igoro yogokonga kubugima anenekero uchumi egendrete kwenda nse kabisa asense ya Kenya korengana nensemo y'abarundia aba boda abo nainde baraba iboli niko batebire chingakie cy'abana bairanirenka mbabwati ndagere isaine bakwabana ikyagera maguta ya petroli nigere ayeligoli egento basabira serikali kuyelia egera banyare ko baba kwenyorera chibesa ekero bakolire lituko mbasangano muri kibegata seni kya Ndizi TV Dipon Asanya oyogendete korosyo roboti oruo asenchira yoboikirano
iga sende ne stage ya nendo jenge biashara biro bya boda bya KRP iga sine kongete matarajia ne munangmbwate butambe buna to korega sikira abana bayiboirwe yani bayigole irukuru school etwara korega siendonge na kararire gento buna je liwe ya muna 500 lakini wikalero ndo je jine jinsange isa no chiabeire embwate miemuka endo jengo bomire pa nare go sabe serikali etokerie gento buna mabuta eiraninze igera nari ebinte bitogo tumeka buna masi na biro bibiragu toko yori obosi onye tora yori mabuta ya togo tumeka para ase transport sector ya transport ensemo yende abana bono bairanirenka ndoje nga nono botuma na abwate ko ebwerire onye bosimbo kogwa ndoje ngebinto baka binkongere abana na atomeiri korwe school imbwato mwa abana babere bakoragira sana serikali tokonye bangenya ariko begoto yori obosi mono sengenjo kurubaru ete oda nturaro bosi oboko
yene stage yanega post bank egento ndo chekerega kon kabisa paka naro lengo bogimo bwabairo bwe about 9 obokon amafuta pikipiki bona ega ankorundi nkobeka yemi naro 200 aera bono nano konyara kugura obosi tinkonyara kugura igongo so nyomba maroko babusa abana bono mbaru school nane kire bakonyora maroko banke gutoka ekyagera mafuta igale 200 okobeka yemi kwaro 200 yatigalemi bono igonale gosaba serikali yeto yali gwanja eto yeria mafuta ligoli eto yeria obosi elindo bogimo bwaito batwororobera aina nabwata
magega yumuraibwense Dr. William Ruto koralia bune wiki ye nigoli golirio bosi elia rugochako shilingi 150 chioka wana nigo abamenyi bensemo ya Kisii besokire na gotebanga batemire gwetana nase chiduka chinyinge kolende ligoli elio ndiraika 150 ekero batebiro bogima nigo bogendrete kuoma na igomba bwatienchira bakonyorana ne chisibese cho 150 kolende nigo babuliri muraibwense korwa okoralia limarioka obosi obonyare ko babogo tigara ligoli elia nyara ko bagakoralia libagalie chimibere ose 153.
Serikali ilituambia ati sijui unga itakuja 150. Mafuta naye itasuka chini. Sasa ukienda kwa supermarket pale ni 200. Sasa tunashindwa wengine wanasema ni wa 150, watoto wamefunga shule wanakuja nyumbani.
Ketu community kusitoka ngani ngabwa hiki 150, lakini sisi kwa market bora 200. Waone tu serikali ndio Tanzania sio hapo. Ni kumwe watu ngaina igende tu furaga.
Mbora we na gorere te kwani iti magorobo bosibo simbora. Abato igwete ngo bosibo igure lakini woke supermarket rigo rindi kure.
Na matukari abege tumbota kere bogo. Lakini toko ira nensi nyinde. Na bora nyoro muntu ryo gareterete stock yaye nigere iguru. Igareterete chibesi chiguru. Tara kore stock ye. Ta kunyara gupungusa rigo ririo busiobo mbaka kore stock ye gakorete de ata new stock ange gutumekero bo.
Omanchu mulili arobati oru igoro yeri golirio bosie nigo rogendete korosigwa no mulike ito Hamisi Josephat ekeragendete gotoroseria senchira yobo ikirano korwase county ya Kisii goikase county ya Nyamira abo asensemo yaba MCA bakoragwa no libweligoma nyambega gisesa nigo baikirase kigambero elio kogania gotebigwa soboime buna Chinsa monchiro chirase county ya Kisii asomuchokeroka echo chibwenerete koba ase county ya Nyamira nigo batebire chimbebe gatiye town ya Keroka Chinsa monchiro roro chibwenerete koba ase county ya Nyamira.
According to the legal redress, we looked at the historical perspective of what had happened before and received all the previous reports and documentations, and even went forward to engage our other elected leaders, including our governors, our senators, our members of parliament, to try and see whether this issue can be solved amicably. Unfortunately, there seems to be a very hardline stand from both sides, which forced me and the people of Keroka, in which about 212 residents and traders of Keroka from both sides, and with the committee, they petitioned that we seek legal redress, that seeking the National Land Commission to investigate, survey, and erect beacons to clearly demarcate the boundaries of Keroka town, which we believe is almost entirely located in Nyamira County. Secondly, as explained, the lands covering the Kisii Agricultural Training Center in Kisii, ATC, Kenya Agricultural Research Institute, Kari, parts of Getare, Jogo, whereby and the area Mseya, whereby a number of those residents vote in a polling station known as Kiomakondo, which is in Kitutu Masaba constituency. This petition has been filed at the Nyamira Environmental and Lands Court.
Kiomakondo Primary School. The Kiomakondo Primary School is in Kisii County, on the same land with Kiomakondo Secondary School. It's very unique. And we also have Kiomakondo ECD in Nyamira County, Kiomakondo Secondary in Nyamira County, on the same land with Kiomakondo Primary School. And the same parcel, we don't know whether it belongs to Nyamira or Kisii. But what we know from the old map, it belongs to Nyamira. And we don't know why Kiomakondo Primary School is answerable to Kisii County. That is what we are looking for. We want our piece of land which is known. And we have the map. We want it to come back to Nyamira. And that is our claim. By all means. It's by all means. Thank you. We are claiming our land.
Na bamenyi korwase bunge ya Nyaribali chache county ya Kisii nigo litukulia rero baumira na samagacho a culture hall aiga somo cyobusongo abwase bari korwa ibirengereri byabo igoro yamagendero ao ase bunge yo nigo boigo batebirengana kibaroche elia magendera nyariko bakagwikirana ase bunge yo nemero bili menge bekirene serikali kwene kyabuna abamenyi abo nkonyora bale obokonyi gokwana chinga kyecho Jeffrey Malemba oyo tobirene serikali gocha kwene kya ogosangererwa kwebirengereri ebyo.
Now we are here because of this is a presidential task force which was set by His Excellency the President on the 15th of February. And the task force was given precisely 3 months to develop a framework for the establishment of the national lottery, as well as enhance the policy, legal, and institutional framework surrounding the regulation of the gambling activities in Kenya. This was born out of necessity You are aware that the slot machines have increased in this country. There are many Kenyans who have been betting, and some companies keep on changing goalposts. Kenya has been swindled money, and therefore the government felt the need to set up this slot machine. The task force has come up with three key documents. We have come up with the gambling policy. This is the first time our nation is setting up the gambling policy.
Abarai kuruase kanisa ya ege Catholic aiga sense ya Kenya nigo bano beso kirie na kuboria barai beserikali gusekurwa sensemo ya Kenya kwanza amo nensemo ya Azimio moja One Kenya gekora wana Raila Odinga kwene kiabuna ngwanchira na bale engana yogo kora chinkwana elio bare tomorembe ase abakenya korengana bare yobichi kanisa nigo batebire Kenya nenene mono kubwa murayo ndebwensi na igo guikabanchirane asogo kora chinkwana chomorembe.
Muhimu kila Mkenya anajua kwamba tuweze kuwa watu wanahimiza kutafuta amani kwa njia ambazo si za dhuluma au kukazia misimamo migumu ambayo italeta kuumiza wananchi wa kawaida.
Na chinyomba chiobararia aiga sense ya Kenya nigotwa mochiwe aso gutakore gase itubune bwenerete ekero ebyombe ao gati ya bonyagitari ya Aga Khan banyarako baba gwikirana asense ya Nairobi eliokorwa maigeri gochia sabariki bunana kibagwenerete gokora emegano yoboene bwo mwanyabantu nigo batebiria bariki bamangana babe maiso chinga kibagokora emegane yo anene aso gutanga koreto bwoba ase abarigereria okwana chinga kiecho no mubwatani korwase University ya Aga Khan omusubati Professor Nanzi Buka oyote bire bariki bagwenete koligia chinchera chindonge ne chinyororo echo kobeka manganabo Chinsa choburalia.
Around the coverage of children, you know, and we increasingly are seeing, you know, instances where children are covered and you ask yourself, you know, was it consent of parents, for example, or guardians sought as some of this was done? Issues around the right to privacy and curriculum provides an opportunity for a robust discussion in classes so that it's beyond the code of conduct. You're not just reading a document.
We are struggling with reactionary kind of stories. That a woman has been raped and that's the end of the story. Sensational kind of reporting. And I believe this curricula is going to not only talk about journalism with impact, but actually journalism that is going to give a story in context.
We believe societies are better off when people feel that their rights are respected and protected, and everyone in that society or community develops an understanding of a common responsibility to make human rights a reality in their community.
So what I love about this is it takes education. It looks at education and how we explain human rights and what it means, and the media. So how does the media explain human rights in layperson's language so it's accessible to everybody?
Mwaziri bw'obochenu masubati Susan Nakumincha nigaburirie abanyagitari bonsi bali bachageta mugomo litukuri igoro korwase chi county ao aiga sense ya Kenya kuirana semirimo na korwa gusegwanchera chinkwana gokoreka gati yababwatani bobochenu amo nabagavana kolengana na Kuminja nigo obochenu boiranete ase chi county na igo kolengana na uchumi era sense ya Kenya nigera konkonyorebesa asanonya nabatebire serikali nebwa tomorobelyo moikiranu bunana kyabanyagitari abo bagucha konyora engere yabasabasabire kuirana emirimo elikorwa bokoreri asaba Kenya.
Workers are asking for, the governors are able to provide. But in the long term, we are operationalizing something called Kenya Health Human Resource Advisory Council, so that then it can advise the ministry, it can advise the president in terms of how do we deal with health workers across the cadres in this country. That there must be some form of harmonization in terms of how we deal with them. There must be some form of management of their welfare. besides the counties doing what they are doing. And also this Kenya Health Human Resource Advisory Council will be able to be able to assist us in terms of placement for specialists, especially who are very scarce. Then we look at the disease burden and post the specialists. Otherwise, we'll continue speaking to them. And the health workers, the doctors, they are not foreigners in this country. They live in this country. His Excellency the President has said, as a country, we are in a bad state in terms of the economy. So it's for them to allow discussions to continue and for the President to steer the country towards economic.
Mwanchumulira tegosaba kwa verase okwonchokana na kwe mitambo igase studio kubatikana nembure nyingi agenderete gotwa iga kurende gotigana nayo muraibu abange ase bunge Kimani Ichung'wa nigakwanire mirobero ya chakire bene yokorigia gokora chinkwana gati abo mabwazimio la umoja wa Kenya na Kenya Kwanza.
Leader of minority has ably stated, we have had what we term as a preliminary engagement on the bipartisan process as the House leadership, both in the Senate and in the National Assembly. And without belaboring what has already been stated, it is indeed true there is that issue on the composition of the bipartisan team. And as has been stated, we appreciate that the composition of both teams, that of the Azimio coalition, that of the Kenya Kwanza coalition, was arrived at following engagements between the party leadership of both coalitions and the membership, the party membership, in our respective parliamentary group meetings. And it is therefore not an issue that as the House leadership we can ably resolve in this meeting. And that is why we have referred it back to our party leaders for guidance, together with our respective party organs, vis-a-vis the PG and other relevant party organs. Two, as has been said, we have also agreed that as informal as the process has been in this engagement that we had this morning as a House leadership, we also appreciate that the bipartisan committee is yet to be formally established as would be in Parliament, and therefore
Mwanchu muligereria nara yua sebona senchira yobwenge kurenda mange gekuraga ensa eyama yabono botuko na baigo Chinsa isato yo minto ivaleno sero na wara SMS ya Amayia gende to kwariganiria yo amana yanda mange asenchira yobwikirano ekerobono nabali kibaito bonsi gochakere county Nyamira job mangi oika captain 001 Demo Steven Mildred Momanyi na Josephat Hamisi bali Chinsemo au kwene kiabunangu churuko ya nyora onsi asenchira yobwikirano kigimambia mono asabali mwensi mwatu bwatiri wetera asenchira ya mitandao na bali motiligirigiri wetera ase TV ya ino abwase chinka olia to bwateranire komo kwene kionsi agwikire wetera senchira yebimanyiriryo nigakoro kwa Joshua Auta chingaki Abigail nyancha maene kirionsi kwa yanyorire wetera senchira yechibicha amona mariogi no nyengwetera ase emitandao na inche nako yaletera senchira yobwenge nigonkoro kwa Sara Nyarangi Ontita nako ganiro twaro buligereria buyobuya imeyegetaseni kya Ndizi TV.